This is the Tyre Kickers. Classic car chat with Max and Matt.
Hello and welcome to a Tyre Kickers special edition, the release of our new podcast album, Classic Car Soundtracks, Volume 1. Now, let me explain. There are 3 cars in front of me here at the Classic Motor Hub in Bybury in Gloucestershire. The challenge for you is to listen to them, decide which car sounds best, and vote for your number 1 classic car soundtrack on our socials. So, the cars. First up is a 2008 Aston Martin DBS. 6-litre, manual, lots and lots of cylinders. Second, a Lancia Stratos, the ultimate Group 4 rally car from the 1970s. This has the V6 from the Ferrari Dino and also has an exhaust bigger than the Channel Tunnel. Finally, a Porsche 550 Spider replica. This isn't the 1.5-litre of the original. It's a 2.4-litre flat 4 wrapped in a wafer-thin, shapely body. So we'll listen to them starting and revving, then we'll go for a test ride so you can listen to the cabin noise. Finally, we'll do a drive past so you can hear what they sound like from outside. Then, pick your favourite. Vote DBS, Stratos or Spider via our Instagram or Facebook pages, and we'll announce the winner in our next episode. George McGregor is here from the Classic Motor Hub to do the driving honours. So, George, which do you think will sound the best?
I think the Stratos will provide the most theatre in terms of noise. It's so raw, you've just got everything, and obviously it's enclosed, so there's nowhere for the noise to escape in the cabin. You can hear everything from the engine, the gearbox, even the brakes squeaking. It just all comes together so nicely. I think the DBS, if you want refined sound, you can't really beat it out of the 3. It's beautiful and classy. So between those 2, I think it'll be tough. Be pretty tough.
OK, let's make some noise. Aston Martin first. Vote DBS if this is your favourite. Off in the comparative luxury of the DBS, compared to the cars we're about to go in, this is pretty luxurious, isn't it?
This is the bee's knees for a modern grand touring, in my opinion, but I'm biased towards Aston Martin.
So storm black exterior with little red accents, which looks really cool, then obsidian black interior and a manual. This is a pretty good spec for a DBS, and of course it's got the James Bond Casino Royale connection.
With the gearbox, the V12, the rear-wheel drive, you can't really beat it, in my opinion. It's got plenty of power, and it just gives you, because it's modern enough to have certain driving aids, but not so modern it takes all the fun out of it. It gives you a bit of slip leaving corners, and you do have to sort of be a bit wary, which I just adore. It really gives you a raw driving experience.
Okay, we're just about getting it up to temperature. I think it's time to have a listen to this hand-built, manual British V12. That does sound good, doesn't it? And that wasn't really scratching the surface of the rev counter.
I think that was probably about maybe 40% throttle. Just truly wonderful driving experience. Everything is paired together so well. So well. We've lost 5 miles of range by doing that.
We'll have to limp back at 1,000 revs.
Yeah, exactly.
The joy about this V12 is it just pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls. There's no area in this rev counter that it's not going fast.
You know, the longer you leave it in the gear, the better it gets. It just wants to rev.
Somebody's just passed in a Honda CR-V, which isn't quite the sound I'm looking for. Right, time for the DBS to do its drive off. If that's your pick, send DBS to the Tyre Kickers UK on Instagram or The Tyre Kickers on Facebook. The slight trouble with the Aston is it sounds ace from the outside, just not quite as good from the plush inside. Not a problem with our next car, a 1975 Group 4 Lancia Stratos. Right, this is not going to be elegant. Getting in here. Drag my leg in. I still have some of my dignity after falling into this Stratos and now strapping myself in. What a fantastic cockpit. I mean, it's got buttons. They're all in Italian for the fuel pump, for the lights. Then it's got these relays marked main, spot, dip, horn, speed, speed, speed.
It has been restored to be as close to Group 4 specification as possible. So it's as bad as raw as it gets for a Stratos. You know, the Stradales were actually the road cars. Still very raw, you know, they didn't have a lot to them, but at least they had a bit of, you know, carpet here and there. And this is, it's just as bare as it gets, really.
Right, seatbelt harness is done. Not an easy process. Okay, let's fire it up.
So it's not actually, when you're idling, it's not as loud as you might think it is. Still, it's not quiet. It's when you're driving, you get all the whines from the gearbox, and it's, yeah. We do have to give it a bit of time though to warm up because everything's very competition. It needs heat to function properly. So there might be the odd grind and knock with the gearbox, but we'll get there. So we are in first gear.
So dogleg gearbox, first is left and down. Oh, it is. It's a touchy little engine, isn't it?
And you know, I've done probably about 100 miles in this car now. We're running the engine in. And even after that time, it's still so, you know, you've got to get used to everything.
Sounds like a rally stage. It's fantastic, and we're only doing 25 miles an hour.
I couldn't hear a word you just said, I'm not going to lie, but something to do with the noise, I presume.
Tremendous. I mean, 25, 30 miles an hour now, and listen to the noise.
It's just addictive. Definitely not. Well, I think I would probably be mad enough to go around Europe in it, but not sure about anyone else.
We've only just got to the end of the road and I'm hot and I'm deaf, and we still haven't broken the 30 mile an hour speed limit yet.
Everything has to be, with the gear changes, you've got to time everything perfectly, your engine speed, for it to really work. But so it's really difficult, but when you do get it right, it's so rewarding. It reminds me of driving weirdly, and this is ridiculous, an old Bentley, a vintage Bentley, because they are difficult to drive, but when you, as I say, when you do it right, there's nothing better.
Traffic lights have gone from red to amber to green, and it's a stretch of open road. Get ready for Stratos. To sixth gear, and we are only doing 50 miles an hour, and the crescendo of noise is unbelievable.
I'm going to try to keep it under 4,000 RPM because the engine's still technically running in.
And also it's redlined at 7,500, so what you're hearing is 50% of a Stratos. I'm going to describe the view out of the front window. Pretty much you strap a Stratos on, you don't get into it. The front windscreen is like a visor. In front of me the headlamps have popped up. We've got 4 rally spotlights. It's bright blue on a beautiful, bright sunny day. But the noise! I just cannot believe how good this car sounds. To a junction, what a relief.
I was saying how the DBS was a raw driving experience. This is on a whole nother level. The noises, the gearbox, it's all very intense. But once it's warm, it's not as difficult as you may think it is. The clutch is takes a lot of getting used to, but it's okay, you know. I think anyone could drive it, just you've got to spend a bit of time with it first.
Following 2 BMW touring bikes, and they've just got a rear view mirror full of blue Stratos. We're just waiting for somebody else to come past on a lane back to tick over. What a relief. The gods of thunder are briefly silenced.
Not for long. Oh, there we go.
Time for the drive-by. We're just going to head off. And there goes the Stratos into the distance in peace and quiet. I can hear the birds singing. That was the loudest experience I have ever had. Actually, it's just coming back. Let me just come and get this. Engine's off, and what an experience. I recorded the whole of that. We're out for 16 minutes and I'm deaf, sweaty, and I could barely get out of that seat.
It's not known for its creature comforts, is it, this car? Certainly not compared to the DBS.
But what an amazing drive. I just can't get over how wild it feels. I can't believe that people spent day after day in rally stages in this.
We just went for a leisurely drive, we weren't really giving it much, and it's still running in. But these people are on it all the time, 100%.
Because this engine's still running in, so we were running at 4,000 revs maximum pretty much, and it goes to 7,500. We were at 50% the Stratos experience, and I feel like I've been beaten up.
Good, I think that's exactly what they intended when they built this car.
So if that's your favourite sounding car, send us the word Stratos to our socials. The Tyre Kickers UK on Insta, The Tyre Kickers on Facebook. Now, start up the farty Flat 4. I've humiliated myself getting out of the Stratos. How do I get into this Porsche 550 Spider replica?
You fall into it. That was about as graceful as it gets, I think. You've nailed that one.
I still have my dignity somewhere, just perhaps not here. I've squeezed myself in. Porsche 550 Spider replica. Just tell me about this one.
Obviously, being a rep, they only made 90 of the originals. And so the reps have always been very, very attractive because they're very easy to make. And Martin and Walker, who made this car, are one of the better known specialists for making them.
So this is a Flat 4, basically wrapped in tin foil. There's not much body around it, is there?
Yeah, exactly. And there's no roll bars, I'm afraid. So I'll do my best to keep it on the straight. It's good, isn't it?
After the punch in the face that was the Stratos, this is just a little light slap.
It is, isn't it? And it's so nice being an open top. It's really breezy and actually really enjoyable to drive. See, it's not as easy as a 356, but I don't think you want it to be. It serves the purpose of being a nice in-between. It's very on it. The throttle's really responsive.
Being so low, it just feels so quick bouncing through the country lanes. And this is really, at the moment we're only running 2,500 revs. You don't need to rev it that much to get the most out of these flat fours. It's torque, torque, torque. Back at the traffic lights in Northleach, a little chance for a break. What does it feel like to drive?
Interesting. The brakes are pretty tragic, I'm not going to lie. So you've really got to think about what you're doing.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, I will. It's got plenty of power, so it doesn't weigh much. So it definitely needs no more power. I think the exhaust is fantastic. I think on a long drive, the novelty has the potential to wear off a little bit. But I don't know if that's sort of this car, really. I think it's short drives, fast and fun.
Right, the green light is go, and I'm just going to put the microphone out of the back of the car so you can hear this. I'm just going to describe the controls. Not a lot really. An aluminium gearbox knob, a wooden Porsche steering wheel, speedo rev counter, petrol and oil oil temperature, and that's it. It's a funny experience after the Stratos. It's just not quite as violent.
Oh, it's absolutely a more relaxed drive. You don't have to drive it quickly. And they don't mind being driven slowly. This you can take on a nice Sunday drive. Like now we're in 5th gear, just cruising along, and it loves it.
So we're just going to manoeuvre into place for the drive-bys. Let me have a look at the traffic. Porsche 550 Spider replica scaring the birds again there. Great car to be in. And it had a kind of dual character, unlike the Stratos. You could bimble around in the Spider and not really get too deaf. But then when you want to, you can actually get on it. So it's got a dual character. Really nice, cute car. I was surprised about how much I liked it. Very small. It's not going to get much luggage in, but still a great fun car for a Sunday. Here it comes. So that's volume 1 of our 3 classic car soundtracks. Aston V12, Lancia V6, or Porsche Flat 4. But which is your favourite? Vote for your number one via our Instagram page, The Tyre Kickers UK, which is all one word, or via our Facebook site, which is The Tyre Kickers, 3 separate words.
Are you being serious?
Yeah,
Morris Minor. Oh, it's
Can't
a
stand
classic. What's the
it's
matter with
not.
you?
It's just rubbish.
What?
Think they're right or think they're wrong? Shoot us a note on our socials and let us know. We're at The Tyre Kickers UK on Instagram and The Tyre Kickers on Facebook. You're listening to The Tyre Kickers with Max and Matt.
Thanks to the Classic Motor Hub and George McGregor. All 3 cars are for sale here if you're addicted to their sound. Check out their website. And Classic Car Soundtracks Volume 1 is out now at all good Woolworths record stores. See you in the next Tyre Kickers episode to reveal your number 1 soundtrack. Bye!